Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is the 39th episode of my Black Ops Weapon Guide. Just the final few now. In this episode, we're covering the PSG1. It's a semi-automatic weapon, unlocked once you purchase the other 3 sniper rifles. The Präzisionsschützengewehr, or Precision Shooter Rifle, is a German sniper rifle manufactured by Heckler and Koch. The rifle was first produced in 1972. It was the Munich massacre at the 1972 Summer Olympics that sparked German rifle development. The inadequacy of the equipment available to German police at the time would be subject to much criticism. Both the HK PSG1 and Walther WA2000 were introduced in the wake of the event, and the elite counter-terrorist unit, GSG-9, was formed in 1973. The PSG's design is based on that of the G3 battle rifle, the German service rifle since 1959. Although accurate enough for infantry needs, the PSG1 pushed the limits of the platform, making for what was then the most accurate semi-automatic rifle in the world. With added telescopic scope, heavier free-floating barrel, and adjustable stock, the PSG1 design is indeed designed for accuracy, although it came with a correspondingly high price tag. The PSG1 fires the 7.62 by 51mm NATO cartridge, as does the parent G3 design. Magazines are 5 rounds in capacity, or 10 with extended mags. The real steel rifle will also accept 20-round mags, or even a 50-round drum. Damage-wise, the PSG falls between the 2 low-damage rifles, the Dragunov and WA2000, and the high-damage bolt-action rifle, the L96A1. It will kill in one shot to the head, neck, chest, or stomach, but when silenced, only a hit to the head or neck will be a one-shot kill. Rate of fire is semi-automatic and is capped at a fairly generous 235 rounds per minute. This can be useful as a last-ditch defense at a close range. Although hipfire performance is poor, sometimes one lucky bullet can save you from a close-range assailant. Under normal use, you will want to keep your rate of fire moderate, as otherwise the fairly heavy recoil will disrupt your aim. Follow-up shots are relatively quick, however, so you can make good use of the semi-automatic nature of the PSG should you miss a shot and need to readjust quickly. Aim time is slow, as expected for a sniper rifle, with the PSG taking 400 milliseconds to scope in. Reloads are relatively frequent but are manageable enough, at 3.2 seconds. The attachments available are the standard set for the sniper rifles, with no real surprise. The ACOG scope is a mid-range optical option, favouring firefights at a closer range than a sniper rifle would usually be suited. You gain the benefit of retaining your HUD while aiming, and the lower zoom level extends your peripheral vision, both of which are very useful traits for an aggressive sniper. You do lose your weapon's key strength, however. Your performance at long range is compromised, as the ACOG has considerable sway and can't be steadied. For that reason, I'd advise against the ACOG and instead retain your ranged ability. The infrared scope will highlight enemies with Outghost Pro in white, useful on maps with poor visibility or for detecting enemies behind near total cover. However, some foes won't show up within the scope, and the lack of resolution while aiming means it is easy to become disoriented. The versatile variable scope is a much better choice, giving you 3 zoom options. The widest a boon for situational awareness, and the longest especially useful across the most distant avenues. Such versatility is always useful. The Variscope is worth equipping for the wide-angle view alone. The suppressor will keep you off the minimap while firing, a useful trait for a stealth-driven class. But this benefit comes at the cost of a large portion of your effective damage. As you'll need either a head or neck shot to kill with any of the suppressed sniper rifles, the suppressor is an attachment far more suited to the low recoil rifles, the Dragunov and WA2000. Extended mags is the final choice, granting 10 rounds instead of 5. Fewer reloads means fewer interruptions in your firepower, and as such, more bullets are always welcome. Overall, I'd recommend either the variable scope or extended mags. Both offer traits that are always helpful and will universally improve your performance without detriment. Our class for the PSG1 will make good use of the weapon's versatility. With high damage and faster follow-up shots, we can afford to take a slightly more aggressive tack than usual with a sniper rifle. To ensure you can maintain the level of precision needed with such a weapon, our choice of perks will be geared around resistance. and will help improve the PSG1's reactivity when changing firing location. Our first perk, Flak Jacket, is a worthwhile defense for any sniper intent on holding down a position for a little while. Should you successfully deny the enemy passage through the portion of the map you survey, you can expect retaliation in the form of grenades, rockets, and other explosives. Having this resistive perk in your first slot will make you much harder to dislodge, and will assist in attaining the higher kill streaks. Our second perk is useful for those who like to change up their firing position often. Steady Aim, specifically Steady Aim Pro, will speed your sprint recovery, effectively allowing you to aim faster after moving. As Sleight of Hand Pro is ineffective on sniper rifles, this faster sprint recovery is perhaps the best solution for those wanting a more reactive sniper rifle. And the core benefit, improved hipfire, will serve as a useful last-ditch close-range defense too. Our last perk is another resistive one. After all, if you can't see, you can't aim. Tactical Mask, again particularly the Pro variant, is a useful asset in ensuring you've always got a clear view of your own crosshairs. In a weapon where accuracy is everything, such an ability will often permit you to defy an enemy assault. For your lethal grenades, either frags or semtex will do just fine, and for your tactical slot, flash grenades can be useful in turning the tables on groups of enemies homing in on your position. For your equipment, the defensive options are useful as a sniper. A claymore will serve as an adequate defense for your rear while occupying a firing position. Finally, for your secondary, a reliable pistol is essential. The CZ75 with extended mags combining both high capacity and rapid switch time. The PSG1 is the most versatile weapon within the sniper rifle category. It blends power with a good potential for follow-up shots in those cases where you need them. Its one-shot performance is almost identical to the L96A1, save for the upper portion of the arm. In practical terms, this doesn't make much difference in per-shot lethality. Unlike the bolt action, you can fire more quickly with the semi-auto PSG. Although recoil will greatly limit accurate shooting, the increased output will prove very useful in closer quarters. Of course, like all of the other sniper rifles, the PSG1 is utterly dependent on planning and positioning. With painfully slow handling, you'll be at a severe disadvantage in a close-range gunfight, or should you find yourself in the open. Such is the price of wielding a one-shot kill weapon, and while you might not have much in the way of reactive ability, when you're lying in wait ahead of your enemy, they won't stand much of a chance against your devastating power. Indeed, such lethality is rewarding when employed correctly. Few other weapons can reach out as far as a sniper rifle and deny passage over such a wide area. When positioned correctly and aimed true, this precision-engineered rifle will always hit the right spot. Thanks for watching. This has been Xbox Ahoy. Join me next time when I'll be covering the final secondary weapon, the almighty CZ75. Until then, farewell.